Here are the top 10 new games of April 2022. A quick note, before we move forward, please consider subscribing and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates, and while you're at it, please click like if you enjoyed this video. It really helps us out. With that out of the way, let's begin. 6. Midnight Ghost Hunt. Midnight Ghost Hunt is a 4v1 unusual multiplayer game that will be released soon. A ghost hunter's team battles a ghost that hides under inconspicuous furniture and utilizes his poltergeist abilities to damage hunters. Coffee Stain Publishing, which has also published multiplayer classics like Valheim and Deep Rock Galactic, released the game in early access earlier this month, so you know it's a multiplayer winner. It's unfortunate that this game will almost certainly be compared to the impending Ghostbusters game, but it should have enough time to stand on its own before the Ghostbusters game is released. 5. Chrono Cross, The Radical Dreamers Edition. Chrono Cross, The Radical Dreamers Edition, which was also presented during a Nintendo Direct, is an HD recreation of the legendary JRPG. It'll be available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC, giving the game a wider audience. The game contains a Saddleview exclusive Radical Dreamers text-based adventure in addition to deactivating combat encounters in recent JRPG remasters. Chrono Cross is one of the most iconic JRPGs of all time, defining what JRPGs are supposed to do with Final Fantasy, and it's fantastic that Square Enix is now paying attention to their other JRPG masterpieces. 4. The House of the Dead Remake. One of the most acclaimed light gun rail shooters in gaming history is the House of the Dead franchise. With the creeping decline of arcade games, the House of the Dead hasn't had many new releases in recent years. Despite this, the House of the Dead franchise is far from dead, and the new House of the Dead reboot for the Nintendo Switch is laying the groundwork for a comeback. Players start out on a predetermined course, blasting at adversaries along the way, while also seeking for trinkets and manageable objectives in this light pistol rail shooter. HD graphics, reworked textures, and gameplay tweaks in line with modern gaming standards will all be included in the remake. The game was supposed to be released in March 2022, but it's been pushed back this month, which I think is a decent decision given how hectic March was. 3. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga is the month's largest release, combining the whole film franchise into a single gigantic epic game. Each level will be based on a different film from the series, giving the game a total of 45 entirely LEGO levels. The game's combat has been rediscovered, with a new over-the-shoulder blaster shooting feature and a combo system for lightsaber users. Players can traverse the game hub, as well as the franchise's different planets and moons, which feature some of the series' most iconic sites. 2. MLB Show 22. MLB The Show, which has been overshadowed by the more popular FIFA and NBA 2K Sports video game series, has been steadily establishing itself as a viable challenger over the years, even defeating longtime competitor RBI Baseball. MLB The Show 22 will almost probably be picked up, despite the fact that it is generally quiet and out of the spotlight. After all, baseball is the most popular sport in the United States. This year's MLB The Show will be the first to have a stronger emphasis on current-gen platforms, however the game will also be available for previous-gen consoles. The PS5 and Xbox Series X versions will include 4K 60 FPS gameplay as well as an enhanced arena creation tool that allows players to customize their arenas to their liking. MLB The Show 22 will be available for free to Xbox Game Pass customers and will be the first game in the series to be released on the Nintendo Switch. 1. Nintendo Switch Sports. Nintendo Switch Sports, the successor to the best-selling YE game, will be released in April. Nintendo Switch Sports was a pleasant surprise when it was announced during Nintendo Direct, and it is now a serious contender for the best game to be released in April 2022. Tennis, bowling, and chambara, or Japanese fencing, are all part of the game, as are 3 new sports: soccer, volleyball, and badminton. Football has a lot of fanfare because it gives players more motion control than the YE did at the time, even letting players to tie Joy-Cons to their feet to imitate kicks. The game will also support online play, but we're confident that families all around the world will enjoy playing it together in the living room. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates we upload. Thanks for watching.